talking. Three black girls talking.
2, 3. Hey y'all, I'm Margot Evans.
And I'm Rochelle Truby.
And this is your girl, Edwonda White, and we are three Black Girls Talking. This is just a show of three friends. We've known each other forever, and we created this show during the pandemic because we missed each other and we couldn't see each other, and it just became this show that you guys seem to enjoy. So we thank you for all the subscribers that follow us and listen to us on Instagram, and we hope that you will continue to follow us on YouTube and Instagram. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now. And don't forget to tell a friend. So today, we're going to be talking about apologies. How many times have you guys had somebody that said they were sorry to you and you knew that they were not sorry? Okay. We're going to talk about when it's time to say I'm sorry, when you feel it's sincere, and how we can, is it okay for us to feel some type of way about some bogus apologies? Okay, I'm gonna go to Rochelle. Rochelle, when someone says I'm sorry to you, if they did something horrible to you, do you just take it, or do you accept it, or do you analyze the apology and be like, is this person really sorry, or are they just saying something?
Well, I mean, I'm a forgiver, so I forgive people right away, even when they do stuff to me. It's just in my nature. I mean, the Bible says to forgive somebody 70 times 7, so that's a lot of times. But I do have some thoughts on apologies. So, one, are you apologizing because you got caught? Because if you didn't get caught, maybe you wouldn't have apologized. You know, maybe you would have just went on with your merry way and forgot about it. But since I found out that you did whatever you did, are you apologizing because you got caught? Second is, why do you keep doing the same thing and keep apologizing? And I know I forgive you, but then you're taking advantage of my kindness, you know, right, because you keep doing the same thing over and over again. So now I need to show you some type of consequences, like maybe say, oh, if you do that one more time, I'm not going to talk to you no more. I'm going to be done with you or whatever. I mean, just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean you have to forget. Like, I'll forgive a person and I don't hold no grudges against people. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have hold grudges, but I just pray about it and be like, Lord, please don't let me hold grudges, because I hate holding grudges against people. It's really unhealthy, really, honestly. Like, really holding a grudge against somebody more or less messes up your own spirit, versus the person's going on their merry way, having fun, going to party, doing all this stuff, and you sitting up here looking crazy like you mad at them, like, and they don't even know you mad at them and don't even care that you mad at them. So I try not to hold grudges, but you know, if you keep doing something to somebody and you keep apologizing, there's got to be a point where, you know, that, because if you don't, if there's no consequences, like, just say, for example, if a woman is in an abusive marriage, okay, and the husband hits her, but then the next day he apologizes and she keeps forgiving him, he's going to think in his mind, he's going to be like, oh, well, she's just going to forgive me anyway, so I can do whatever I want to do because I know she's going to forgive me. So, but if she says, you know what, the next time you hit me, I'm going to leave, and then she really does leave, then that's going to trigger that, well, dang, maybe I do need help. Maybe I do need to stop if he really wants to make the marriage work. So those are my thoughts on apology, you know. So
I feel like this, okay, I'm a forgiver too. Like, if someone says, you know, they don't do something and then they say, you know, hey, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean that, or whatever, I will forgive them. But me, I have discernment, and I can tell if a person is sincere or not, if they really mean it. And even if they give me an insincere apology and they go through the formality of saying, oh, I'm sorry, or whatever, I'll go, oh, okay. And I might not mess with you ever again, but at least you did say you sorry for the janky stuff that you did. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't like when people say I apologize. That gets on my nerve to say I apologize, because when you say I apologize, that means that you ain't really sorry. You just really going through the motions, and you just have to say something. Look, I apologize. Well, I said I apologize. Why are you tripping? First of all, you ain't gotta apologize. I want you to
Right.
be sorry
Mhm.
for
And
what
not do
you
it again.
did
Right.
and not do it again. That's what I
Right.
want. I
Right.
wanted you not to do whatever it was you did in the first place for you to have to apologize. But since you did it, I wanted to be sincere and be like, man, I'm so sorry. If someone is really sincere about saying that they're sorry, and I really know they are, I give them a chance again. Matter of fact, I'll be friends with them again and everything. And sometimes your friendships are even stronger after you go through something like that, to where you guys go at it or have a misunderstanding. And then you say, oh, my mistake, my bad. It'll never happen again. I don't know what I was thinking. I was going through this and that. That's why I went off on you, or I said this and that, I was wrong for that. Then you be like, okay, girl, I see what you're saying or whatever. Okay, Margot, I want to say to you, first of all, tell me what you feel about apologies, but I want to know from you, when is too late to say you sorry? When is it too late to apologize?
Well, I agree with. Okay, I'm gonna back up just 1 second. When you say people say, "I apologize," that is just something that is, that is not. It doesn't feel genuine. It's not sorry. It's just. It sounds so like harsh. Oh, I apologize. And when somebody say I apologize, it's always like a way they say it. They'd be like, "Well, I apologize to you," or and I don't like it. So.
I don't like it either.
But
Don't be telling me you apologize. I don't like that.
no, you didn't. You didn't. I didn't accept your apology because you didn't say sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I did that. How hard is it?
Yes.
I'm really sorry that I made you feel this way, or I'm
Yes.
sorry I said that thing, or I really shouldn't have stolen from you because, I knew you would have gave it to me. I was really broke or whatever.
Right.
Whatever they did to you, whether if they still they lied or did something, don't tell me I apologize. Don't do that.
It's like, no, I can't do that. But I mean, how long should it be? If you instantly know that you hurt my feelings or you did something towards me, I think you should instantly apologize. As soon as you find out that I know or whatever it is, and that hurt me, you should apologize to me. You shouldn't come to me a week later after knowing that this happened to me and come and apologize.
Right, right. What took you so long to
Right.
feel that you were wrong about what you did? And
Right.
the longer you wait, the more I'm gonna be like, I'm not taking your apology. You waited too long.
Yeah.
You did this to me on Saturday, and you wait until 7 more days the next Saturday to say you were sorry. So
No.
you had time to think about it. So which means that you didn't even think that what you did was wrong.
Right.
Right.
You in some type of way. Oh, I better apologize because I might need her for something. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Don't come to me. No.
Yeah. No, I don't like that. So if you done something to me and you are fully aware, now there's times when people don't, it's not intentional, whatever they may do or say is not intentional and they may not know. Okay, that's fine. But when you know, you should
Right. Apologize.
apologize.
Now,
Sorry.
exactly. Now, when it comes to me apologizing to someone else, I'm gonna do it right away. If I feel I'm wrong for something, I can't hold it because I feel I feel very guilty if I hurt someone. I try to be very politically correct and say the right things to people because I don't like to hurt people's feelings.
Right.
Okay, so as soon as I feel like I've hurt, oh my God, I shouldn't have. You know what? I am so sorry. Or something like that. You be like, and then your mama so and so, and they be like, oh, my mom died. You be like, oh, I didn't mean, I'm so sorry. Immediately, like, oh, I didn't know that, that I am so sorry. Immediately. You don't wait a week later and be like, you know what? I shouldn't have said that about your mom. I didn't know what happened or whatever. You janky if you can't admit it right there and say, ooh, this was wrong. Let me fix this. I heard a friend, I said something that, made them feel some type of way. No, you're supposed to say something right away. You know what, Rochelle, you was talking to us earlier about this interesting story, right? What was it you were saying, Rochelle? Remember? I think it's Justin Timberlake is apologizing now about something he did a long time ago. Girl, what was it?
It was back in I think 2004. at the Super Bowl. So, you know, remember when Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake came out on the Super Bowl? So he was singing that song, I'm gonna leave, I'll have you naked by the end of this song. And then he like ripped her thing out and her it exposed her breasts and stuff. So
oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so she got a lot of slack for that. Like people really was mad about that because, you know, a lot of kids watch the Super Bowl, you know, a lot of families and stuff. And so it just got way blown out of proportion. So instead of Justin Timberlake, you know, coming to her defense and saying, oh, you know what, I knew that I knew that was going to happen, or whatever the case may be, he kind of like hid in the back, and then she slid out of there, and so she got all of the heat. It was so bad that he was able to go to the Grammys and perform, but they didn't let her perform that year because of that what happened. So then also, you know, Britney Spears, he had wrote that song about Cry Me a River, and he had a Britney Spears lookalike on his video, and so you know, that kind of damaged her reputation as well. So Margot was telling us, remember that that Britney Spears had a show, and so all this stuff just came up. So Justin Timberlake apologized. So at first I was talking to my sister, and I was like, how he just gonna think he gonna come out 15, 16 years later and apologize for something that happened so long ago? Like, why did he apologize a long time ago? And then my sister would say, you know what? We all do a lot of things that are wrong. So what do people hold us for things that we do in our youth, for things that we do as we're an adult? And I thought about it, and I was like, well, that's growth, you know? So, I mean, if he's truly.
What show was this on, Margot and Rochelle? Like, Britney has a show now in 2021?
On Netflix, right, on Netflix.
Okay, so he went on the show as a guest, and he apologized for...
No, he went on Instagram.
On Instagram.
And did this 2-page letter, but this is after the documentary aired. And so
she did a documentary. Yeah. That's why they're talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he also wants to be on Versus, and we all know Versus is, you know, black singers and things. So, you know, now you want to apologize. This is another reason why people think that he's apologizing, because
he trying to get back on, huh?
Oh yeah, right. Usher. No, we don't.
He wants to do Versus with Usher, like.
Oh no, you can't. No, come on, right? But you know what? Him and Usher were very close at one time, and also. You know, they came out, the same artists that helped Usher also helped him. They used to tour and do things together and stuff like that. And also both of them were instrumental, I think, in helping the other guy, Justin Bieber, when he was a little helping them or stuff. They used to do a lot of stuff because they were young artists at the time, and they both started, I think Usher was always a solo artist, but he was in the other group, NSYNC, which I used to love growing up and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering why it was relevant now, but I get it. She was hurt. The show is out. He's trying to do Verses, and now he's trying to apologize for something he did or whatever. Now that helps our point of when is it too late to apologize?
Right.
Like I say, why you didn't speak up for Janet Jackson back then and say, hey guys, y'all making a big deal out of this. This was a wardrobe malfunction.
Right.
We messed up. You know, me and Janet, I pulled the thing off, whatever. The kids saw it. We apologize. I apologize on my behalf because it just didn't work. In rehearsal, it worked good, and it was supposed to be a star there instead of her actual boob. It came all the way off. My bad.
Right.
If me and Janet, if y'all let me perform, y'all need to let Janet perform too, because it wasn't her.
Right.
He didn't speak up. He did his performance. Right. And she was the Scarlet Woman or whatever.
Right.
With the Britney situation, for him putting Cry Me a River, putting her in the video, that was wrong, especially without getting her permission, because they had been a couple for so long. Back in the day, they was on Disney's Mickey Mouse Club.
Right.
Kids. So people he could say, oh, well, why would anyone think it was Britney? You know good and well why you put it on there and you made it look like her. Cry me a river and make it seem like she was the one who broke your heart when it wasn't even that way. So I don't know if she's going to accept his apology. He probably is sorry. And he's probably sorry that ain't nobody thinking about him for verses right now, too.
We sorry.
He's real sorry now, you know what I'm saying? And Brittany, you know, shout out to her. She's been through so many challenges
Yes.
with men and her situation, you know, baby daddy and who she's been. Oh, poor Brittany, you know what I'm saying? Her story is just really a trip, but I'm glad that she has a show now. So
Right.
I'm gonna go back to you, Rochelle. We talked about Justin and how 15, 20 years later he trying to apologize. I want to talk to you about, has there ever been a time that you did something janky and you refused to apologize?
Oh man, that's a good one. I'm sure it has been. I can't think of a time, but I'm
gonna
sure it
give you
has
mine
been.
while you think. I'm gonna give you mine. I ain't gonna tell you specifics. Somebody did something janky to me. Okay. They apologized. I said, okay. But I got them back because I was mad. But what I did to them was way worse than what they did to me. I went like too far on it. And I should have apologized because that's just like somebody stabbed you with a knife and you go back and shoot them with a gun. That's not fair, right? That okay, what they did to you was not as bad. But I was so mad that I couldn't stop myself. So I did something way more jankier. And I shouldn't have done that. And I should have said, you know what? I am so sorry because I let it go too far with my anger. I was, you know, on some payback stuff because I felt like you weren't sorry. I felt like you deserved that. But the truth is, you didn't deserve it. Now, the reason why I refused to apologize and didn't apologize for my over jankiness is because the person was never sorry for what they did to me. Now,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? They were never sorry for what they did to me. Now, what I did to them was way worse, and I do admit that. Was I justified? Did it make me feel better? Not really. It made me feel bad because I really did extra payback. And maybe they didn't deserve all of that. But what they did to me was very hurtful. And so that's the only time in history that I really refuse to apologize. And I have my forgiveness with God because I was like, God, I am really sorry that I did that. And I probably should have apologized, but in my mind, I think the window of apology
It's
has
over. It's
closed
over.
kind of
Yeah.
now, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, I mean, maybe I could do a Justin
No.
and be like, call the mom, say, you know, remember that time with the whoop? Yeah, I know you remember because I bombed on you like hard. So I am, you know what? I never did tell you how sorry I was about that. I really don't feel the need to do that though. I don't.
It's sometimes it's not like this in Justin's case. If you wasn't gonna apologize, it's been 20 years later. If you didn't apologize then, it's no reason for you. I don't care if you want to get on verses. I don't care if you was on the documentary. It's done. It's done. It's done. We already said you ain't apologize. You ain't.
Right. It's over. Like what?
Now you back in the news, and now you look even more dumb doing that. Like it's just.
Okay, Margot, was it a time, has there ever been a time where you refused to apologize or you feel like you just couldn't say you were sorry for something you did?
No, I am such a sap. I'll start crying and I'll tell you I'm sorry till I blue in the face. So no, if I feel like I need to tell somebody that I'm sorry, I do tell them that I'm sorry, and then I'll be done with it. And just like Rochelle has said, it's something that's on your heart, especially when you have to accept if someone says sorry to you, accepting it and letting it go. Even if I know I'm not gonna talk to that person no more, I will accept their apology. But if it's something toxic, I'll be like, thank you, I appreciate you apologizing to me. But I can't no longer move forward with you in this kind of relationship. Period.
I
No.
honestly feel like the reason I didn't apologize back then is because I wasn't sorry, even though what I did was bad. And so now I'm sorry now because I'm mature now and I understand what was done, even though, and because I'm the stronger person,
Mhm.
what the person did to me wasn't really as, the end didn't justify the means. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't, because for someone like me who is a strong person to do something to a quote unquote weaker person, it hurt them like way more. But that's what I wanted to do at the time. And then after a while I thought about it, I'm like, ooh, that was extra. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, ooh, okay. And I could have said, ooh, I shouldn't have done it, but I didn't regret it at the time. I just regret it now, to say that was wrong.
Well, see, now you sound like Justin, like, you know,
It was wrong now. I feel wrong now.
yeah. So that's how he feels the same thing too. Like he thought about, I mean, I don't know what his motives are because some people always
Versus,
have motive. But
versus
I'm just saying,
trying
if
to
he
get
is
back on, trying to
truly,
get a new album out.
Right.
if he is truly sorry, because you have to remember that was like 15, 16 years ago. So he's
20 years ago. It was 20 years ago.
and how old is he now? Like probably like 30 something. He was young.
I gotta be 40 something by now.
40s.
They
But
already
he was still very
he gotta
young.
be over 40.
He was just barely coming out with his career. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses for the man, but if he is truly sorry and he really means it, then I mean they should forgive him. But if it's just a ploy to get something, then that's not right, But if you're truly sorry, because there's things that I've done, and then I'm like, man, I should have went back and apologized to this person, and I didn't, or I thought I said, oh, I'm gonna go apologize to him, and then I let it go because I was just felt so bad that I, was felt bad to apologize. Like I knew I was wrong, but I let it go. And then, like you said, I missed that window because there is a window of apology. Like, I mean, they say it's never, what do they say? It's never too late to say you're sorry, but sometimes it is too late. And then sometimes a person has moved on, and then you're just bringing up because back in the day when I was younger, and I had to stop doing this because, and it was true, I would apologize to somebody and then they would say, okay, but then I felt so bad about it. I kept on apologizing, and you make it worse when you keep on apologizing because now the person is trying to get over it, but then you keep bringing up that situation. So, apologize one time, and then if the person doesn't accept your apology, or if they do accept your apology, you put it in their lap now, and so then you have to move on, and if they don't want to deal with you anymore, then that's on them. If they do, then that's on them too. But I mean, we all make mistakes. We're all human. I mean, we all should show grace to people. I mean, God gives us grace, and we need to give others grace as well, So that's my theory.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give my final words on it. My whole thing is that apologies are important. When you do something, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone does things that they probably shouldn't do. And I really feel like if you're sincere in your heart and you go to the person to apologize, I really feel that they will accept that apology and it will be fine. Also, if you go to someone and they don't accept your apology, then you have done your job because you truly are sorry and there's nothing that you can do about that. So all you can do is pray to God and say, I'm forgive me for this, and move on with your life, because your job was to say that you were sorry. It's not up for you to decide if that person is going to accept your apology or not. And also, if someone apologizes to you and you don't accept the apology, also you need to think about that.
Right.
I don't have the corona. I got choked. I know I got choked up. I don't know why. But you should think, I know y'all gonna be like, woo, or whatever. But you should think about your heart and why your heart is so hardened that you can't accept someone's apology. So Margot's gonna give her final words, Rochelle gonna give her final words, and then we gonna go.
Well, my final words is that if you truly do something to hurt somebody's feeling, you need to apologize immediately. Don't wait. Because like we were saying, there's a window of opportunity where someone is going to accept your apology or not. And it's up to the person if they want to accept the apology. But it is also, if you do say I'm sorry and they don't accept it, then you just move on. You did your part, and that's all you can do. We're all human and we all make mistakes, and some things happen and we don't even realize that it happened. And it also takes the other person to be like, hey, wait, hold on, that kind of hurt my feelings. Like you have to sometimes say stuff, because I know I sometimes I just be talking and talking, and I don't know if I'm hurting the person feeling or not. If they don't say something to me, I don't know. I didn't know that I hurt your feelings when you said that. I'm joking. I'm a comedian. I'll be joking and saying all kind of stuff. And then, later down the road, you're like, when you were saying such and such, you kind of hurt my feelings. Then now I have to say I'm sorry because I didn't realize it. So once you realize you hurt somebody's feeling, you should immediately say that you're sorry. So I'll leave it with that.
Shelly.
Yeah, I noticed, Margot, I noticed about with you too that, because I'm a sensitive person, so some people know how to handle people differently. So like you kind of watch like what you say to me, because my feelings get hurt easy. So I could tell that you do that. So you probably will be wanting to say some crazy stuff to me, but like, oh, I ain't gonna say that to Shelly. She won't be upset. But anyway, getting back on the topic. So my final words is, just learn to forgive 70 times 7. We gotta forgive people. So, show grace and love, and I think this world will be better.
Mm-hmm.
Mine for today is that people need to learn that forgiveness is not about the other person.
Right.
It's about you. It's about releasing it and letting it go. People have a lot of hurt. People have a lot of problems. People have been done wrong. Maybe some guy dumped you and you don't know why, or somebody did something foul to you that really changed your whole life. Something happened to you as a child. There's a lot of things in hurt and pain and forgiveness that has to be done out here. But forgiveness and letting it go and moving forward with your life is more about you than it is about the other person. So learn to forgive. Don't hold yourself accountable. Hold your head up high. When you do something wrong, own it. Say you're sorry and move on. So we are 3 Black Girls Talking, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Three black girls talking. Three black girls talking.